For the second time in as many weeks, Joe Rogan was left with no choice but to call out the Trump administration for their complete and total disregard for the United States Constitution, specifically in both instances, the lack of due process, which even for people that are in this country not as citizens, is still a guaranteed right. And before I get into what Rogan said, I do want to hammer that fact home. Whether you are a citizen or not, whether you are in this country legally or not, the second you step foot on American soil, you are in fact protected by the laws of that Constitution. You are also bound by the laws of the United States as well, but you get those constitutional protections. That's one of the things that makes this country so great, is that you don't have to be a citizen to be protected by the Constitution. And Rogan, for all of his faults and all of the false things he believes, even he understands that. So here is what Rogan said in what can only be taken as a warning to the Trump administration. So the overcorrection is lack of due process. The overcorrection is like round them all up, ship them to jail. What if you are an enemy of, let's not say any current president, let's pretend we got a new president, totally new guy in 2028. And this is a common practice now of just rounding up gang members with no due process and shipping them to El Salvador. You're a gang member. No, I'm not. Prove it. What? I got to go to court. No due process. And then he warned them, do not become monsters while fighting monsters. Now, when he refers to the overcorrection, he is, of course, falsely referring to the open borders policy of President Biden that, as we know, did not exist. In fact, deportations are actually lower so far under the Trump administration than they were under the Biden administration. So Trump's actually doing a worse job. But none of y'all are saying, oh, he's got open borders. Well, he's not sending out as many people as Biden did. The only difference is Biden actually did give them due process. And it's pretty obvious, of course, that Joe Rogan is referring to Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who was denied due process. The administration keeps telling us, he's a gang member, he's dangerous, he's horrible. The guy has no criminal record. But it is what it is. Now, before you go and praise Joe Rogan for getting it right and for calling out Donald Trump, let me read to you how he actually started the segment. If you wanted to, destroy society and make it worse, what would you do? You'd bring people in from a third world country. Don't have them change anything financially, incentivize them to be there, give them free money while you're not helping the poor people in America. They were giving them debit cards, free housing, free food, putting them up in the Roosevelt Hotel in New York City. Wild shit. If you want to destroy a society, that's how you do it. That's how you would do it. And then he goes into, so the overcorrect. So he started it with a lot of lies, a lot of misinformation. No, they were not putting these people up in the Roosevelt Hotel in New York City. Those were asylum seekers, and that was actually paid for under a grant that the city had received to accept the asylum seekers. They did not give them debit cards and free money. That's just a total, wild fabrication. These people aren't just given daily allowances, go do whatever the hell you want. It's New York City. Have fun. Catch a show. No. These people just make stuff up, and the people who listen to it accept it as gospel truth, right? Oh, well, he said it. It's real. That's insane. So Joe Rogan is kind of right about how horrible it is to not have due process. He's wrong about it being an overcorrection. This is straight up racism, dude. But also kind of seems like you've got plenty of that yourself as well. Referring to people coming in from third world countries destabilizing the United States. That's racist talk. So you almost did a good thing, Joe, but then you ruined it by being yourself. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.